Summer is only 90 days away and you still don't have that top 1% physique, then what are you waiting for? Time passes really quickly. And by the way, getting shredded isn't about suffering hard, starving yourself, or running every day. It's about making the process so simple that it can integrate your life no matter how busy you are. It shouldn't feel like another job. It should just support your current lifestyle. So now, if I wanted to get shredded before summer while still living the life I want to live, here's what I do. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of that fat ASAP, and by the end, you'll get 100% clarity on what you need to act on and get this top 1% physique by summer. Or very close to it if you're starting at a more overweight spot, which is fine by the way. And that's what I've been doing myself for years, and what I make my coaching clients do as well to shred down. Now let me be clear about what I mean by being shredded or lean. I'm not talking about like being stage lean or like super ripped. You know, like it's not about some aggressive cuts that you just want to quit after 2 weeks. That's not about that at all. I'm just talking about a body that you'll fall in love with, like more defined, more lean but not crazy lean, feeling good in your body but still looking elite and have that top 1% physique. And trust me, 90 days is plenty enough of time to get that elite physique. If you're watching this video and you're still not where you want to be in terms of physical shape, I get it. If you dislike your soft belly, your love handles, your face puffy, you know what to do but can stay consistent, you say you're too busy to train, you don't have the lifestyle, you're feeling like you're wasting your potential and you don't want to waste another year, I'm here to help you out. Don't worry, I get it. Like, I'm just like you. I work more than 50 hours a week between this recording content, my fitness clients. I still go to school with a lot of assignments and I have a 9 to 5, so as you can imagine, I'm quite busy. I mean, like, it's not an over-exaggeration. The thing that you need to understand, I'm not more motivated than you. I'm not more disciplined than you. I just know what to do, when to do it, where to do it. Life is simple. I just know, boom, boom. Life becomes so simple when you exactly know what you need to do in what order. So simple. And that's why I'm making this video. First of all, before being into any actionable step, let's talk about mindset, like 20 seconds. Because if you do exactly what I'll tell you to do in this video, you'll have your body. You will have it. But if you're consistently obsessed about having this body, but you're not acting it out and you're always thinking negatively about it, like saying to yourself, oh, I will never have it because of X, because of Y, then you're right. You'll never have it. That's true. So you need to talk to this negative part of yourself and tell it to shut the fuck up. Otherwise, you'll never have the physique that you dream about. So I won't talk about mindset too much in this video because I've already made one on it. So if you want to learn more, then go check it out. Now, the first step of these 90 days will be data collection. And that's the most important part of this process. Without data, like, you can't do much really. You're just guessing without data. So what's the goal of this cut? The goal of this cut is to get rid of your fat, right? So a good target for you would be to lose 0.5 grams of body weight per week, or 1 to 2 pounds per week if you're referring to pounds. But to achieve this target, if you've had enough of guessing, if you had enough of not having your body, you've been training consistently but can't get the body that you want, then track your data, man. What I mean by data, I mean finding your maintenance calories, so tracking your calories and tracking your weight. That's so simple. So the first step is to find your maintenance calories. So do exactly what I'll tell you to do right now. Go on a TDEE calculator online. You insert your body stats like your height, weight, etc. And in the activity level, just put sedentary because that's the most trustworthy. And then you could add like all of your activity level. On top of that, you just do that. You'll have a maintenance calories. Depending on how much you train and you walk, etc., you'll adjust your calories up, and you'll need to test out these new maintenance calories for about 1 to 2 weeks. And when you found it, we could start that cut. Because finding your maintenance calories is actually the most crucial thing to cut properly. So if you're really sedentary, you keep to the number that you found on your TTD calculator. And if you, I don't know, you already train 3 times to the gym, you walk 10K step daily, then you can add on top of that 500 to 600 calories, and you'll test it out for a week. If you gain weight, it means your maintenance calories is lower than that. If you lost weight, then good job. You lost weight before the others, but it means that your maintenance calories is a bit higher than that, and you need to find it. Only 1 week to 2 weeks and you'll have it. Then we can go on step 2. Step 2 is to create a calorie deficit. I mean, like, you've heard that probably 1,000 of times, but that's the only way to do it, to be honest. This is mandatory if you want to lose weight. And just before we found your maintenance calories, and what you need to do is actually pretty easy. You just have to subtract 300 calories to that maintenance calories that you found earlier. So let's say your maintenance calories was 2,600 calories, then you go to 2,300 calories. That's it. For now, that's it. And that's pretty easy, right? And on top of that, to make the process even more easier, if you have a sedentary lifestyle, then you need to increase your step counts. The higher, the better. So meaning 10,000 steps per day is a sweet spot. You move more, you're not hurting your joints just like running or whatever. Walking is pretty soft and it's easy to do. You can do it during your lunch break, break during 9 to 5, after a meal, etc. Like it's easy to do, and not only you'll burn more calories, but you also have a fresher mind and just it's better for longevity as well. But if you don't have that much time to walk during the day, then you'll need to add 3 to 4 20 minutes to 30 minutes cardio session on top of that. So meaning it could be running, could be cycling, could be stairs machine in the gym, or walking on the treadmill at the gym like power walk, etc. This will make it 10 times easier and it will allow you to eat a bit more. And you want that. So as we said, 300 calories below your maintenance. And what about cheat meals? What about eating this? What about eating that? You can do that as long as you respect your calories. Because imagine this, you're eating on a caloric deficit for the whole week. Then here comes the weekend and you fuck it up. You just gain all the weight back again. How would you feel about that? Not that great, huh? So yes, you can do it, but you need to enter your calories. If you want to go out with a restaurant, with your partner, with friends, just social life in general, then eat whatever you want as long as it enters your calories. But at the end of the day, it would be easier if you go for a healthier option, like, I don't know, a ribeye with some potatoes or with some rice. And then still track it, but to the best of your abilities. Obviously, it won't be perfect, but you still have a rough idea of what, like, you know what a steak is, you know what potatoes are. You can see if they use oil on your food, so pretty easy to do. And it's really important that you only go 200 to 300 under your maintenance calories for now, because you don't want to rush the process, you don't want to sprint. Well, you'll be able to do it for 2 to 3 weeks, but then like you'll be so hungry, you'll be so tired that you want to you'll fuck it up. You'll start eating like 1 chocolate, then 1 chocolate becomes 5 chocolate, the 5 chocolates become 2 pizzas, and what happens? Keep it simple, keep it slow, keep it progressive. Then the other step obviously is nutrition. Nutrition is the most important part, but now that we know your calories, it will be pretty easy. You can still eat what you love. Do the 80-20 rule, so 80% of deemed healthy food, 20% of whatever you want, as long as it enters your calories. Again, pretty simple. About the protein, like if you're referring to pounds, then 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you're into kilograms, then 2 gram of kilogram per body weight. Fat is really important, so you don't want to go too low nor too high, especially during a cut, because most people are really dependent on carbohydrates. So I would say keep your carbohydrates pretty medium to high, depending on if your body reacts well to them, because some people have brain fog from carbohydrates, etc. So you should go on high fat. But other than that, then you should still eat at least 1 gram of fat per kilogram of body weight, or 0.5 per pound of body weight. And if you want to make your cut even simpler, something that I do is called intermittent fasting. It's basically when you skip breakfast and you just eat, usually just 2 meals, one at noon, one in the evening. And it makes it easier because you can eat a lot in the evening or at noon, depending on your preferences. Yeah, you feel like you're eating a lot, but you skip the meal, so that makes it easier. But it's not mandatory. There are a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting, but that's just a bonus. That's just an option that you could do. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. Now, still about nutrition, volume eating. You want to eat as much as possible for the lowest amount of calories. So meaning prioritize whole food when you eat. Prioritize potatoes, sweet potatoes. You can eat a ton of them, but the calories won't be that high. So you feel like you're eating much, but the cut feels nice. You'll still be hungry, yes, but it's easier. Now step 4 is about working out, because obviously if you want to cut, you also want to have muscle. You want to keep this muscle, you want to have abs. And if you don't work out, if you don't do resistance training, if you only do running or cardio, then you look bad. You look something like this, and trust me, you don't want that. So you should go to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. You don't need to do a high volume, but I'd suggest not having that many sets per exercises, but still go heavy, not below 5 reps, but let's say 6 to 10 reps, and to failure almost each time. You want to push yourself when cutting, so you can keep your muscles, maybe still building muscles while cutting, which will be a huge benefit for you and a huge bonus, and it will allow you to maintain your performances. What if you can go to the gym? Then welcome to my world. I'm actually a hybrid athlete. Yes, I run, yes, I go to the gym, but when I say hybrid, it's gym plus calisthenics. So when I have hectic weeks, just like I had last week, like I had a ton of exams at school, I didn't go to the gym. So guess what I did? Tons of push-up, handstand push-up, some front lever pull-up, etc. Pull-ups. No gym, no problem. That's the best part about going hybrid. Not only you'll be strong, but you'll still have an aesthetic body. You can train wherever you want actually. It's no problem having some home sessions. If you can go to the gym, just train at home. And trust me, you'll have a ton of progress that way. You can still build muscle at home. Don't get these people tell you otherwise. You can. If you want to learn more about my hybrid system, then just go watch this video. And yeah, my favorite movement then for you would be to do some compound movement, just like pull-ups, dips, push-ups. Even in the gym, if you can weight them, then weight them. It's the best exercises. So let's summarize the phases so far. So finding your TDE, finding your maintenance calories with a TDE calculator and testing it out for a week or two. And once you find it, you go on a caloric deficit, 300 calories, go slowly. Increase your daily expenditure with some 3 sessions of cardio per day, and increasing your step counts, really important, really easy to do. Walking more will change your life. Then your nutrition, just respect the macros that I've told you, respect your calories. You can go out if you want, yes, but still be in control of what you eat. Because we only have 90 days, so it's enough of time, but it's also, how to say that? It's also a short timeline, if you know what I mean. Like 90 days, it's doable, but it's also a short timeline. And so since there's a deadline, you need to really be strict with what you eat and what you do. It's either you want your body before summer begins or you won't have it. And so do volume eating, eat whole food, and it will be easy. Then workout plan. I would suggest you to go hybrid, gym plus calisthenics. Just go hard in the gym, push yourself, apply progressive overload. Now remember the objective. The objective is to lose 0.5 gram of fat per week or 1 to 2 gram of pound per week. And when it's not happening, so meaning you're losing you're close to that maintenance level, or instead of losing 2 pounds, you're losing 0.5 pounds per week. Instead of reducing your calories, just increase your step counts. Maybe instead of having 3 cardio sessions per week, then add another 20 to 30 minutes. See how it goes, because you don't want to reduce your calories that much, to be honest. The goal isn't going aggressive and starving yourself. The goal is eating as much as possible while still losing that fat. That's the real goal, because the more energy you have, the easier it will be, and the more you eat, then the more energy you have. And when you start to getting slower and slower, even if you've increased all of that, your body starts to adapt. Then reduce slowly your calories, so meaning 200 calories. Do that really when it's necessary. Like for example, during the 30 last day, or let's say the 20 last day, then it will be the hardest part, because that's when you'll be eating the least. And at that time, sometimes you'll be to reduce even more, because that's the end of the process. That's also at that time that you'll see the most results, because you'll be leaner and leaner. And the last few weeks are really when you'll need to be the more disciplined, because, well, you have built some during the first few weeks. If you're still doing the steps that I told you to do at that time, then it means that you really want it, and you'll need to be the most serious at the end of that case. So something people don't talk much about this on the internet and the fitness space is what to do when you're lean, what to do when you have that abs. Please do not get a big cheat meal when you get your abs, and increase your calories like way back up instantly. If you do that, then you'll have ruined all of your progress, and I don't know how you'd feel about that, but personally, I wouldn't feel that great. Instead, you need to do what's called the reverse diet, and that's actually when you'll see the most of your progress. You'll increase your calories back up like really slowly, but you're still losing weight. And that's the crazy thing about it. And your maintenance will be higher. You'll find that as well. So the reverse diet is actually pretty easy. Like you'll just increase back your calories 200 to 300 every 5 to 7 days, like depending on how your weight is moving. And you'll do that until you're not losing weight anymore, and that will be your new maintenance. And surprisingly could be very high. For example, me, when I applied the reverse diet, I found that my new maintenance was around 3,000, 3,100 calories. And when you eat 3,000 calories just to maintain your abs, believe me, like it feels great. Once you achieve the lean physique, it becomes so easy to maintain it. Like you'll be lean in summer, in winter, the next summer, like trust me, it's easy. And so that's why this first cutting phase plus reverse diet phase is so important for you. Once you do it, you have it for life. So now if you're serious about being there, shredding down, and getting that top 1% feeling, then you can just DM me the word change on Instagram, and we'll just see how I can help you and make you a plan for you. Or you can just book a call directly in the description. I'll see you soon.